Welcome to Trade with Judith FX. I just want to do a quick update on the last weekly forecast I dropped, which video is going to be the second forecast of the week, actually. And before we start, I just want to show you guys some things and how I actually take these trades. And even before the app I split, I put out the setups and how they even play out my favor. All right. So before we begin, I want to take you to the first factory. Let's see what is happening for the factory. So looking at the first factory here, we had a lot of news. Today is Thursday, December 18th. So there's a lot of news. GBP, we have GBP, we have the monetary policy summary. So actually, all the news on that GBP came out neutral. All right. So moving to the euro, we have two news on euro. So one, I think, was not released. Then the other one still neutral. All right. So which the euro is not strong, not weak. So it means the data remains the way it was for the previous news. All right. So the USD news, we have the CPI, which is the CPI. So and from the CPI, the news was negative, which tells that the dollar is what weak. That's what it's signifying. And if you look exactly what I was preaching on DXY, I said the dollar is weak, which we are seeing DXY to be selling, because DXY stands for the dollar. So understand. So it's not the dollar index. So and that's what I was preaching, that the dollar is weak, and that's what I seen is falling. So which I said on the Euro USD, you should be expecting buy, but before the buy, we have seen some pullbacks. And if you watch my last trade video, my last trade call video, same thing I said on GBPUSD. So and which here the news confirmed this. So we have one negative and one neutral, which still signifies that the dollar is weak. So we're going to go straight to the chart and see exactly how we can implement this news for the trade. It's power trading, all right? So let's go there. So looking at the Euro USD here, from my last trade call video, if you watch it, that's the trade call I dropped about 2 days ago. I think price was here at the time we were doing the video. I said I'm expecting a sell here, but if that sell didn't happen yet, I draw this a zone here on a 15 minutes time frame. If I have to go to the 15 minutes time frame, yeah, I think this bottom, I draw this zone here that I will only be interested in taking trade anytime price comes down to this bottom here, exactly this point. All right. So this is this bottom here. That was what I said. That's where I'm more interested. And you can see here price built to the downside and came for the retest, and even still around the area despite the news data and everything, still around that zone. So I can now begin to look for the sell, because I'm still expecting euros to drop to this, at least to this bottom, before we feel high. Even though the news is signifying to us that the news is weak, the dollar is weak. And if I tell the euro to come down here, it means I'm saying dollar should gain a little bit strength, then euro should take over to the upside. So that's exactly what I was just saying on that particular trade. And also let's analyze together. Let me delete this one. So let me go to the 1 hour time frame so we get a very clean chart. So I'm going to zoom out very well here. Okay, so I just want to have a full screen there. So looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, let me show you something which I stated, that we have a change of character from this very daily drug that break this area to the upside. Then we should expect a pullback before taking the buy, right? Which expected a buy to this order block candle, this candle that was here, all right? That was where I expected a buy should. We should expect to see the buy, and which now we have. If we now try to read exactly what's happening here, we have seen price clearly in an uptrend, right? Which we are just moving for lower high, higher high, a lower high, a higher high, right? A lower high, a higher high, right? A lower high, then we put in was a higher high. So for us to take our next trade, which this was where price was when I dropped the last trade call I dropped, expecting it to drop here, but just do a shallow retracement, put a new higher high again. But here, study what happened here. What if price needs to continue an uptrend? It needs to what? The last low should never be taken out, and in this situation we took out this last low, which is telling us that this pullback here was not enough. This was a shallow pullback. That's what this thing said, and that was why you have a change of character there. So which we are switching from an uptrend here to a downtrend. This is what this thing means. And anytime this happens, just wait for a very significant area where you can actually see price put into and trade it. So in this, like in the situation of this 4 hour now, the area where I'll be interested in taking this sell setup is this last green candle that was left here. All right, this last bullish candle there, this last bullish candle, yes. So this last bullish candle that was left here, which I call the buy to sell candle. All right, so I would like price to pull back there, then before taking that sell. That's exactly what I was expecting, and I think that's what exactly the news is about doing. All right, so this exactly thing the news is about doing. Um, so I don't know if it might happen today. Is Friday, so today is Thursday. Today's Thursday. I don't know if it might happen before the week close or probably next week. So I would like taking a shot from here. Then I'm gonna slow it down here in this zone before I space for taking a buy. Excuse me, guys. So before I space for taking a buy, which is I'm going to have a risk reward of 1 to 3.76. All right. So and that's a very nice trade. So some of you will say this once price come here again, it's a change of character, right? If price goes above this, but it's never a change of character because try to understand the last structure we have here that was a bullish move. The last time that price took out the structure to change the character, it was this high it created for us. This is exactly what I'm pushing on all my videos, how to clearly identify structure. All right. So this was the last high price created, and this was the last what low that was break the structure. This low, this particular low here. So if this change of character we have here, if this trend needs to continue in downtrend, we need to take out this again to continue. And if we are to continue an uptrend, we need to come and take out this one here. So not this one. So which I'm still expecting a very nice decent pullback to this area. Yes, a very nice decent. So I think the niche is going to help us do that, tap into this area, and then we can clearly confidently sell up from this area all the way to this bottom. And while I was doing analysis, I also noticed something. This is a very crucial zone on the 4 hours, right? On the 50, this 1 hour time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, right? But notwithstanding, I saw something very interesting because it's because of all these lows that gather here, all these weeks. Price might want to come down and clear off all these weeks that is gathering here. So let's just go for our time frame, man. So let me see something there. So I would like using this last block that is here for my entry. So that's going to be my new entry now. That's just the new update I just did. So that would be my entry for buy continuation. So now I can actually sell just a little bit down to have a risk of 1 to 4 on that one. So that's a risk of 1 to 4. So notwithstanding, once price tapping me here for a sell, so something like this, let's just adjust it. Let's stop loss just here. So this is 1 to 4.2, so but it's okay with 1 to 4, so I'm just going to reduce it to 1 to 4. So I only need 1 to 4 on this trade because we are actually trading against the trend. And you have to understand anytime you take the risk trade, you have to be very careful, manage your trade very, very well. So once price tapping here, so this is what I'm expecting, a nice tap into this place here. And then I'm going to sell up from there to this bottom. Then I'll wait for price to do whatever he wants to do here before considering taking the buy from this area. So this is exactly what I'll be waiting for on the EURUSD. Here's all the update, and my target still remains this high. So you see that I'm more interested in this buy trade. I'm more interested in the long trade, so which I'm going to have a risk reward of 1 to ratio 14. So that was a very nice trade. I don't think this one will happen this year, so this might just be a crossover trade this next year. All right. So this might be probably the last trade we're going to be having this year. So this might be a next trade because we have to understand I'm on the 4 hour time frame. So going back to the 1 hour time frame, so let's see what we got there. So you can see price is pushing up very high. So I know you just want to come and tap into this area. Then when we have the nice pull, that's what the needs we do. That's what the needs do. So you have to understand how the needs really works. So if I actually want to trade, I personally know the needs will come out for negative for dollar. Yeah, because I'll be telling you that dollar is weak, dollar is weak. So if I'm telling you, preaching that dollar is weak, it means every news that's coming out, I'm expecting it to be negative. That's to signify that dollar is weak. And if I wanted to trade in news, the only candle that I'll be interested to trade in news, I'll just go to the 15-minute time frame. So now I'm teaching you how to be a news trader if you want to trade news. So going to the 15-minute time frame, before the news happened, right? Before the news happened, price was around this place, right? So this was the news candle, or this one, and it's going up like that. So before the news happened for 2 minutes, this was the last candle. This was this theology candle that we have here. But we have seen this red candle. What we just do, like you will try to check this area, like where is price presently trading, right? Presently trading. Then you try to mark out, is there any valid maybe breaker block or other block that is in that area. and that's what you use for your entry. Like I can see that is the candle, that little discount candle that is in there, this little one. That is what I will use for my entry, which means I'll be on this trade even before the news. So the news will just come out and tap me in and push the price higher. So my entry is just gonna be something like this. So like I used to do this with my student very well, where I'll just predict it and exactly that will happen. Just to happen very well. Now just in December, I'm not really interested in trading the news. And my target is going to be here because this is the AI I'm interested in taking itself. So I will have a nice risk reward of 1:7 on this particular trade. So 1:7. 1:7.5 anyway. So I'll have a very nice risk reward on this trade. And you can see it happening. Actually, my community today, in my community, when I was just seeing traders talking there, what would be the outcome for the news today, shopping. Some of them were saying the news is going to sell, it will sell. I was just looking at like ego is not going to sell before it sell, right? The news should come, manipulate you guys, take you out, clear all this off, clear all this liquidity that is gathering here, come back to this very crucial zone, tapped in. So if I actually want to use this setup on the 15 minutes, this is where my entry candle will be. But I'm just okay with the 1 hour time frame instead, so that I don't come and sit down with the chart. So I just want the trade to come in, tapping in, then do his own thing, then be doing my own thing. So you understand? So I was just watching them like so, but I don't just want to say anything because most time when I talk that this thing, they'll be like, so most of them will be like, once your day come and drop a setup, just forget about it. Whatever you are looking at, you are in a mess. So I just wanted to treat that setup today, so I don't want to disturb anybody. So I just want everybody to treat this, what they have in their mind today. That was exactly the reason why I didn't mention anything. Even throughout this week, I've not dropped a single post. I think the only post I dropped was my trade I took on EURUSD, which I'm going to show you guys on this video now. That was the only post I've dropped this week. So not really say much this week, so I just want to stay quiet for this week. So you can watch this price closely and check how it goes. You see when price comes here, we start seeing some sort of top of injection, which might be tomorrow trade, and we might drop off back to this zone here. Then just watch when price gets here, close your trade, watch how price reacts. Once it's tapping here, then you can take that nice buy setup, which is really the one we are really interested in because everything is now confirmed to $1 this week. But once you get the news will just give you more insight of what exactly is happening. So once you get that, what you just do is wait for chart pattern to confirm to you, wait for structures to confirm to you that yes, we are really dropping. All right, we're really dropping, and that's exactly what you need. And that's exactly how you become a very profitable forex trader. All right. So I'm just going to do that since I'm not trading this. So that's just a setup if you want to trade this. So now that's all I have for EURUSD and nothing more. So let's go straight to GBPUSD. All right, so GBPUSD and our watch is the second pair we analyze now. Okay. Let me go back to the 4 hour time frame. Excuse me, guys. I don't really like come to this lower time frame. That candle there used to be too much, like too much. So if you remember the last trade call, if you actually watch the last trade call I dropped about 2 days ago, if you watch that trade call 2 days ago, you actually see the setup there. Yes, on GBPUSD, what I said, we have a break of structure here, price put to the other side, so we have a new break of structure to this side, and what pullback, which was 2 weeks ago, expecting a nice pullback descent into this area, but that didn't happen, which was fine. We were not able to take the trade on GBPUSD, didn't tap us in, but we had a trade on EURUSD. And for the last trade call which I dropped about 2 days ago, I stated that I want price to drop to this point here, and this is where I would likely be taking my entry, and I think price was here. So I was seeing this sell setup. I said there was a sell setup here which was paying, I think on the 1 hour time frame. I said I'm not taking the sell setup because the EURUSD GBPUSD is kind of very stronger than EURUSD at the moment. So I'm more interested in taking only the buys on GBPUSD because GBPUSD is just pushing higher. All right. And we had exactly that here. We can see after this here, we also had another break of structure here. This was exactly what I was analyzing. That time break of structure have not happened. Price was just around this point. So instead, we have a little break of structure. You can see, and how do you know break of structure is when you see the body of the candle closing above that level, not the wicks. You have to see the body. So you can see that we have this green candle close above, red candle started above this drop down. So that's what the break of structure. And this is what you just have to practically understand. Most of you now say, since this structure is taken out, we have a change of character. which is what? No, I'll tell you is no, because this structure that happened here, that broke this structure that was here, was an internal structure. It's not an external structure. The weak structure, which it was the external structure, was this one from here pull up. We have a very nice pullback. It's pulled up again. So these are very clear structure we can see. Very decent pullback. So this one was just an internal one. So I do it broke the structure. That was why it finally what come out, took it out, then tapped into the area. You can see this was just a sniper entry. Price tapped into it, and what boom, went up, pull back a little bit, today news game, and what push it up, which is what I'm telling you. If I'm trading the news, that's what I'm expecting, because I'm actually on the trade of GBPUSD. So just, and this is GBPUSD. That's telling you that I'm telling USD to be weak. So if I'm saying USD to be weak, it means I also be trading USD for the news. So that's exactly how the news work, right? And you can see, and if you check other GBPUSD news that came out, they all came out neutral, 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 neutral. None of them is even positive. So that was why those neutral news I see is always this one that was dropping here, because it's just neutral. And the only news that was positive to push GBP up was the dollar news, which was against dollar negative, and it's positive for GBP USD, or it's positive for GBP from the other way. So that was why I have this. So a nice trade. Yeah, so this day used to go about 7. Actually, yes, it used to go about 7. You can see 6.95. So that's 1 to 7. I actually make it 1 to 7 on my trading broadcast. So that's 1 to 7, and I just reduce the stops to somewhere around here a little bit. So that's 1 to 7. And obviously, the present thing now, you have to be on this trade, managing your trade. Your stop loss shouldn't be remain somewhere here again. So I move your stop loss maybe to this bottom of this last low. So which we are looking 1 to 1 like that, or even move this to this last weeks we have here. This particular week we have here, this particular one. All right, so you can just move your stop loss there. And if you're having about which word of 1 to 3 already on that one, and just watch our price go to the final step, boom. Then once we get there, then we wait for another pullback, see what price needs to do again before we continue going long on GBP USD. So you can see this was a very nice trade, very, very nice trade. All right, so the very nice trade. Last week GBP USD didn't give us opportunity. This is the reason why you have to be very patient and know what you're doing, know what you're looking for in the market. So last week GBP USD didn't give us a trading setup, which I said it's fine. But this week now it's giving us an entry. And EURUSD is here to deliver its own entry. So you can see how the market really works. So they move in same direction, but sometimes they do little different things. So you understand. So GBPUSD is not the one printing the money now. EURUSD is still not really confirmed of what it really wants to do. So you understand. So this is exactly how you trade. This is exactly how you become profitable for a trader. So in case you just come to the channel for the first time, you're seeing my video for the first time. On this channel, what I did is I dropped weekly analysis. Like you have to understand the market is not predictive, right? It's reactive. So we react to what market is showing to us. So we react to it. We don't predict it. We react. So once we react and we just drop our bias, okay, based on what market is showing us, this is what we should be expecting. So that's exactly what we do on this channel. All right. So you can smash that subscribe button, drop a like, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you know started when I drop awesome content like this. And don't forget, guys, drop a comment in the comment section. Tell me how you feel about this trade. If you take this trade, if you watch this video on time and you saw the trade and take it, drop in the comment section, guys. And any page you just want to analyze, just make the page. We can analyze it. All right. So our strategy work for us, so nothing really matters. So just very simple. And so let's go back now to the DXY. Let's see exactly what's happening with DXY, because actually I analyzed DXY out there and I used to tell you exactly how I expect things to play out on DXY. So I'm just going straight to DXY. Okay, I think it's loading. Yeah. So at the time I was recording the video about 3 days ago, I think price was here, and I said I would like price to push somewhere around here before dropping, or it can even drop direct. I stated those two things very clearly there. But now look at what is happening in the DXY, which it's actually pulled back, but they push up much, then dropped. It was very close to RTP, so you can see just few pips below each arm to get there. Then you pull up again, clear up this guy, then what the news is dropping it again. Simple. And I can tell you this is not the guy that was coming to here straight or RTP on DXY. So that's just how to trade. Which I say, and on the last video I told you that we have about few pips for price to start posing, but only thing we are using DXY to do is to get a clearer picture of what is happening to the dollar. It now goes to currency that has peers that are paired with the dollar, whether base paired or quoted pairs. So we just then we use this decision, everything we see here, then we now look for pattern there, then it give us another edge of to tell us exactly what we're looking for on those trades. So that's just what we use DXY for, and you can see it's playing very, very nice perfectly. All right, it's very, very nice perfectly. And I also said in the last video that anything that makes DXY come below this level and pull back and close and give us confirmation for itself, I can tell you for a fact be buying more of EURUSD, which is likely going to be happening in January. So in January, I will just be more interested in taking more long on EURUSD. And this pattern is very, very neat here. So you can see this was a clear double top. We have one top here, we have another top here. Now price came to the neckline. So EURUSD, you don't want to come above there now. It's just up there. So it's kind of now wanting to drop in from this area. But notwithstanding, we have our entry parameter. Even though if you don't give us the sell entry position, then we just wait for it to come here and take the buy. So, and for GBPUSD, let's see what it's also got for us. So GBPUSD is actually injecting from that point to area, from that area. Let me just go to the minutes time frame and see what I can do there. In fact, if you guys try to notice what is happening on this pairs now, what the news just this here. If this price should drop from here, drop like this and come back something like this and continue dropping, I'll tell you this is a Cosmo trading pattern. And this pattern is on my channel. If you don't watch the video, it's on my channel. Cosmo trading pattern. That's where you see 1 week here. So wait, I was expecting a sell up here, but price didn't sell up from that zone. So let me just explain what I mean here. You want to watch that video anyway. So watch the video to understand what I mean by Cosmo trading pattern. I might also do another video to update you guys. So this is area where you're interested in taking sell. And price came there. It's like if it won't tap you in, then what? Went above. Took us out in loft. Took us out in loft here, right? Then it now drop, clear off this low. This is a Cosmo pattern place. Clear off this low. Drop a little bit. Then now came back to that same area. And anything that make it close below that area and confirm that area, it means it has come back to reclaim this area. Then it what might continue selling from there. So this is just how Cosmo pattern plays out. So you can just watch and watch the video. But anyway, I don't really see Cosmo pattern playing out on this one. I typically try to come here just have the full TP. But obviously, even though it's not doing that, I have about this to what I want to. Let me just see this what I want to watch. So this is 3.22 on this trade. So that's a very nice thing to watch. So just so that you don't have to be greedy, all right? Manage your trade properly. And thank you for staying to the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also click on that notification bell so you don't see this over and also content like this. And guys, I will put in the comment section. Let's have a chat, all right? Let's have a chat. And peace out. Bye.